Hi guys, this is Ian back with another video, and today I'm going to talk about the Hifiman RE800 IEM. Alright, so when Hifiman sent this IEM to me, I was like, IEM? Usually they make planar headphones, and suddenly I receive a IEM from them. So I didn't think too much about it, and I tried it out. I've been using it for about 2 weeks now, and I'm here to share with you my experience with this RE800. Okay, so it came in this box like this, and it slides out. Obviously, I've taken it out from the box, and it's like this, right? So if you guys are interested to watch that unboxing of this, I mean, it's not much, but you can check out that link above for the unboxing of this RE800. So the things that it came in the box is some warranty card, right, like this, and some user guide. Yeah. Okay. And also, it came in a separate package. The case, a pretty normal case, and a silicone ear hook like this, and a bunch of ear tips. Okay, so I'm not going to show everything, but I've got those really cone and rubbery type of ear tips. You've got your normal silicone ear tips. You got the rubbery type of dome shaped ear tip with a double flange. And yeah, different colors, I guess. It's a lot, all right? 9 different variety of different sizes of ear tips. And the IEM itself. So this IEM has got an impedance of 60 ohms. It's got a sensitivity of 110 and a frequency of 5 to 20,000 hertz. So it's a pretty unique setup. The cable is alright. It's a bit rubbery, alright, and it's okay. I kind of like the cable. It doesn't tangle up. It's kind of stiff as well, so it doesn't tangle up very easily. It's not too soft. It's not too hard. It's not too stiff, right? And you can untangle it pretty easily. And you've got the Y splitter is made of metal, right? And it's got the chin slider is made of metal as well. And the cable is unfortunately not detachable from the IEM. So yeah, it's the bullet style type of IEM. Is more like an earbud kind of earphones to me. Yet the headphone jack is pretty okay. It's nice and big and straight type of headphone jack, 3.5 mil. So pretty standard affair here. So when I got it, I was like, okay, another IEM. So let's try it out. And this time it's from Hifiman. I was thinking nothing about it. So the fit and the comfort, surprisingly, I like it. It's very easy to put on. I don't need to hook the cable to the back of my ears. Just, stuff it into my ear and adjust a little bit. Okay, it doesn't stick to the ear very firmly, right? You need to adjust a little bit, and just a little bit of tug to the cable will just adjust the position of the IEM. So then you'll need to readjust again to get that right seal and the right angle where the sound travels down your ear canal. So that's one thing about that. But in terms of comfort and fit, is really nice. I really like bullet style. It's easy to put on, just goes in like that, and you don't need to have that hassle of hooking over your ear. So fit and comfort is really good. So when I went ahead to listen to the sound of these IEMs, and I'm really amazed. It's not very good. It's not very bad. In fact, it's acceptable. Very nice to listen to. The diaphragm in here, right, is got this the topology technology, which is developed by Hifiman, and I don't know whether it's better than other types of diaphragm, but from what I'm hearing, it's a pretty good quality sound that it produces, right? So let's talk about the sound actually. The sub bass is rumbly, and the extension is pretty far, well controlled. It's warm, and it's got a heavy note weight. It's got a good tone and timbre. Surprising, you know. So to me, when because I'm used to planar headphones from Hifiman, and most of them they sound pretty neutral and not very bass heavy type of headphone, but this is very different. So on when I looked at the graph, it doesn't look like it does have much bass to it, but when I listen to it, the rumble is there, the sub bass is present. It's not that overwhelming type of sub bass whereby you get really strong brain massage from it. It does give you that extension and that resonation of the sub bass, and when the track calls for it. So I think sub bass is really good. The mid bass is not as thumpy, all right. So I would say mid bass is a little bit recessed. The tone and the timbre is the same as is, and also is controlled. It doesn't bleed to the mids. You can hear your mids really well, even with the mid bass and the sub bass. It is well balanced, I would say. The note weight of the mid bass is also pretty okay. It's not light, right? It's not thin, and it's just nice in terms of the tone and the timbre and the note weight. The delivery of the impact of the mid bass is pretty controlled, I would say. It's not a overwhelming type of impact, right? You won't feel that punch, very heavy punch in for the mid bass. So I would say that it's a little bit recessed, and it's okay. The impact is present. For the mids, all right. So mids is a bit forward, is clear, but I would say instruments do sound a little bit distant and hollow. This is not about the soundstage, but it's the way that it sounds. So instruments, they do sound a little bit hollow, but you can feel the warmth and a bit of the airiness to the instruments. It applies to the vocals as well. So male vocals and female vocals. Yes, I think the tone and the timbre is right. It's got the warmth, but you have that hollowness when the male vocal or the female vocal, they when they come into the track, you can feel that they are like floating somewhere. You know, it's not like very solid type of delivery in terms of their vocals. But that's nothing to do with the tone and the timbre, right? So the tone and the timbre, they do sound correct. They sound warm, and they sound pleasing and soothing to listen to. It's just that the delivery of that vocal is a little bit far out. Treble, all right. So treble is bright, okay, but they are not harsh or sibilant, and the energy that this IEM deliver is very exciting, right? A very exciting type of delivery in terms of treble. The cymbal strikes, the snares, they sound crystal clear and clean. It's got a good extension to the cymbal strikes, and the roll-off is nice and natural. So I think in terms of treble, it's a very good delivery of sound, and very well controlled. To certain people, they might find it a little bit harsh. Okay, it is a bit harsh on certain tracks, but it's not very often. Okay, it depends on the track that you listen to. So treble, yeah, I kind of like the treble on this. It's nice, well controlled and clean and clear and bright. Okay. Soundstage, right? So soundstage is where I find that is a bit of a holographic effect. At the same time, it's a little bit in your head, so it's a bit hard to explain, but you can hear the soundstage at the back of your head, in the front, at the sides, and on the top, and also in your head. So in terms of soundstage, it's more, I would say, intimate and holographic intimate type of soundstage. And layering wise, I mean, the layer it is there, right? It is, the layer is not of a front type of layering. It goes to the sides as well, and to the bottom and to the top. So I would say the layering is a bit unconventional. It's a bit different from what I'm used to listening to, but it's a fresh type of soundstage, which I am beginning to appreciate. The detail retrieval and the resolution on these IEMs are good. I'm not saying it's the best, right? It's reasonable. It's clear as well. The resolution, I would say the nuance of the micro details, I would say is about 80% to 90% in terms of comparison to some other IEMs. Is not the best, right? But it's not the worst. It's reasonable. It's above average. Okay. So resolution is above average. Detail retrieval is good, and the imaging is good as well. So in terms of technicalities for these IEMs, is above average. Okay. Right. So I think for the IEM from Hifiman, is a little bit different. It's a different flavor, I would say. It's a different flavor that it delivers as compared to other brands which I've tried, like for example the recent Triple Win and the Tanch Chim, which I tried. So in terms of soundstage and delivery of sound and the resolution is a little bit different. Okay, but for $150, I think these are a pretty reasonable price. So in terms of price, I would say it is a pretty reasonable earbud IEM, to consider. All right, it's not overly priced, and it delivers a reasonably good sound for that price. So I would think that people who listen to vocals and instruments and classical would appreciate this IEM. For those who listen to bass heavy type of tracks like EDM, heavy metal, and rock, and techno, maybe this might not perform as what you would expect. But if you talk about the sound, overall sound delivery, I think these are pretty versatile, right? It's bright, okay, so it's good for vocals, it's good for instruments, and those people who likes bright trebles, this IEMs are pretty suitable for that. Okay, so these are my thoughts and opinions about these Hifiman RE800. And if you guys are interested to take a look at the write-up for this and the link to buy, do check out the link down in the description below. And as always, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did and learned something from it, do consider to subscribe to my channel and click on the bell so that you get notified of my future videos. Right, so that's it for this review. I hope you guys have a great day ahead, and I'll see you again in my next video. Cheers.